like a Vayne using ulti and then tumble.
Yeah.
If the ulti is just about to come out, that you can cancel it.
Chagu are trying to break down the mid lane right now. Mouse with no equalizer can't lay down the red carpet. So Chagu feel enabled. Clid still waiting in the wings, but that's a lot of damage from EDG.
And this is the thing, Kabe was snowballed so far ahead of the clock right now. He's got his completed Spirit Visage, whereas you look across at the itemization from EDG. So that's what? He faced Rumble, Malzahar, and LeBlanc and Ashe there. 3 of those are magic damage. He's got the completed Spirit Visage. They're not doing any damage to him. The only person who can kill him is Ashe, and she's not going to be doing any of that with a little cutlass. Kabe is the unkillable god this time around.
Just like that, the execution swaps over. The game isn't over just yet. EDG still have got a lot of opportunity to get back into this. They just need to turn the tempo around. This is something you mentioned, Raz. Chagu have struggled finding it for themselves, but when they do, it is lethal.
Yeah, it's already starting right now where they're able to output the pressure. They already sent their bot lane up here, and Rumble's going to be the one that matches it. He has his ulti. That's the only thing he can actually do to cut that across, which has been my fear about Chagu looking to play into that. So they're going to be able to get cut off. It's LeBlanc on the bottom side of the map. So what you should expect is EDG to push in that mid lane, but also look to rotate top to stop this pressure from coming through.
Yeah, Alone and Kabe are going to finish off the top tier 1. Looks like Chagu are content to trade one for another while Doinby holds on to that mid. Mako just hanging out in the wings just in case anything were to happen. So Scout will be happy to receive this gold for free. And Alone and Kabe look to finish off top. So things slowing down a little bit at the 15-minute mark once again, just like game number 1, but the tempo has been turned. It's Chagu setting the base.
Rumble's going to be feeling happy about the wave coming through on the top side, so it wasn't completely denied. Alone didn't. He took the tower while the wave was coming through, so he's able to catch the wave while not having to extend too far out. So, in fact, ahead in the CS department by quite a bit in his top lane matchup.
Yeah, this is actually a clone now. Flanking Doinby.
It all the way around. It actually started down by the Raptor camp, went all the way around the tower, and then out the other side.
Pathing from Scout.
Yeah, the decoy, it's pretty automatic in where it goes, just catching out the first person it sees.
The nearest target in vision when you place it.
And the thing about that, too, is that it's kind of easy to tell if it's a decoy or not. Ooh. Simply because it doesn't visually have items. I'm not too sure in the new patch if that changed, but it doesn't have items if you click it in its inventory. Words, ladies and gentlemen.
I was a little bit concerned because Zet was coming off of spawn with the completed Blade of the Rune King, and all of EDG were stacked up behind that tower. It could have preluded a possible arrow and follow-up from Equalizer, but with Mouse resetting his back, now it's kind of the question of where does Rumble go? You'd think right back mid, but the team fight should be coming.
He's making his way down there. Malefic Vision's onto Doinby. You can see Clid still sitting just outside of Vision. He's right there. So too is Kabe. Scout again leaps forward, this time tagging Doinby. He has been allowed to get these chip little hits time and time again without punishment. They've got a lot of advantage here and keep EDG occupied, but Mouse is now being pulled back.
Which means that it's emphasis on Mouse that they need to start the fight. They can no longer just sit here patiently.
Arrow finds Doinby, immediately Deceit finds him. Scout targets Kabe. They're going to try to kill the tank first, but Clid leaps in and makes him pay as Firewall he dies, and the first few shots hit Mako. The fourth one will keep the rest of them back, but that's their jungler dead and low health on most others.
Yeah, that's just a one-for-one trade. Chagu should not leave this position because they still can look for the tower. That being said, EDG have to answer and get that bottom lane waves building up. So Chagu still in a good position.
Yeah, now it's up to Zet to hold this turret as Alone continues firing these shots. Doinby with no mana and Zet with no mana. I mean, they decide not to continue pushing and leave the turret standing. So the siege is ending up with a one-for-one trade when it's all said and done, as everybody just resets, pick up a few items, and now we'll try again.
And I agreed with Raz. I thought that Chagu could have been patient, look to push down that mid tower just because it's so important in terms of its pivot control that it gives you in placing deep vision in either blue or red side. But I feel like Doinby's like, I'm out of mana, something is going on here! Because EDG get meta.
Maybe Will saw something.
Yeah, and the big thing about this too is that Chagu, this is
That he shouldn't have.
that they know very well. The only objective up and available is still mid lane, so they're just going to go straight back to the same objective. And of course, Kabe is building once again towards the banner of command. So,
Is that?
Yeah. So much fun. Ocean Dragon.
Xiaogu's win condition. Trough for this mid-game hiatus. The thing is, as I say that though, I was totally expecting.
They might try to force us to Mako with so much damage with the build the Mantra Soul Looks like they're choosing to fight Kabe instead. They've got a lot of damage, and Zed is going in. The hook misses alone. Manages to get some damage down, manages to get a big hit onto Fire Lolly, but Equalizer forces the fight as Mouse is burning them down, flashes away, tries to escape, but doesn't have enough. 2 kills for Xiaogu.
the reason why they didn't want to just leave Fire Lolly behind is if their jungler died 24 minutes into the game near Baron buff, it's going to happen. Xiaogu's going to look for it anyways.
The fact that Mouse died from Fire Clid is level 12 to Fire Lolly's level 11.
And remember, Fire Lolly does not have much HP to himself. If Xiaogu look to just pick him up before the Baron even gets low, they'll lose this one out.
Zet and Mako both have ultimates, and so too does Scout. They bite in the fight instead, and Deceit pulls Doinby out of it as quick as he can. Zet with a clutch flash dodges the hook. So Xiaogu just trying to bait the fight and succeeding.
Zet is absolutely on point with his sidesteps. Not just the flash there, but even in the fight in the beginning, the fact that he sidestepped the Nautilus dredge line and allowed it to hit the Krug pretty much saved Fire Lolly's life and only let Mouse die.
They're just looking to sidestep him as a team as well. So that's no Baron for Xiaogu. They look to make the attempt, and it's all worthwhile for EDG.
And I was talking about a hiatus before all of that chaos broke out. And the thing is, the hiatus is controlled by EDG's tempo. You know, they're the ones that fell down massively in the early game. They allowed this Rengar to become this huge monster. And at this point, they're just trying to eat up items to get Zed closer to kind of that Ashe breaking point before they can look for a 5v5 where Karma falls off a little bit and there's more reliance on Alone's Jhin.
The focus for me, I mean, he's going toward Luden Zeko, so that's going to be a different beast on Karma altogether.
He's still got brown bags.
But the big thing about this is that Clid is going to be, he's doing so much damage currently. He's going towards the Black Cleaver himself. Right now, who's going to look to be able to tank him? He's going to be able to do a lot of damage. And Alone right here is already gotten towards his rapid fire cannon and Nai.
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't arguing that Xiaogu had a better, or EDG had a better late game over Xiaogu. Just that EDG don't have any game right now at all. They're still waiting for these big item breakpoints before they can even look towards a fight.
Yeah, we now see the finished Leandri's and Zanya's from Mouse. We saw how important that was as an arrow. Still catches Deceit, but he uses the Quicksilver early. Good follow-up from Mako. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm going to kill you. As Alone is trying to disengage this fight, Doinby still hasn't gone back to base. Clid gets leapt in and is exhausted. Fire Lolly tries to follow up Kabe with the knock-up on the Mako. Looks for the execution and dunks into the sky. Deceit will finally drop it, so to the Mouse. Then eats a hook, and in front he tries to outdamage it, but just doesn't have enough.
Very well played from coming in to just secure the kill on Mako. Now, that's free Baron and me, and it's the only question now is whether Fire Lolly can look to steal or not.
And the hiatus didn't last long enough. If you look at Zet's items, yes, he's got the Bork, yes, he has the Phantom Dancer, but he doesn't have any way to deal with that Nautilus. A TP coming in should mean that this is QG's for free.
Doinby finds Scout, might sacrifice his life as he actually dies. Alone is still firing against the Baron. It's down to half health. Scout might try to clean this up. Do they risk this? Do they commit this? The answer is yes. Down to 1700. Sonic Wave lands.
Copy blocking him.
Stop damaging.
And it's stolen! Fire Lolly gets the Baron! Teleport coming in, and this is a huge mistake. Deceit has joined the battle, but Mouse is trying to burn them down Alone, looking to get something back, anything back, a kill, please, something. But he will be caught as Chaogu trip and fall inches from the finish line.
Good God! He couldn't even get the Q execution because Kabe did a good job and just blocked him all together. But he still got into the pit, and he still has that smite, so he was able to pick it up.
There were so many individual mistakes in that fight, and I feel like QG, it starts with entirely blaming Doinby. That teleport location, there was no reason to TP behind the pit.
Oh, they keep going though.
Yeah, they're diving onto Kabe, equalizer as well, but it's not enough to kill that tanky Nautilus. Doinby actually manages to kill Scout on his way out and picks up the
He ain't stopping.
Continuing to chase off Mako. You know what? You take my Baron, I take his life.
So here's the thing. I really have to teleport behind the pit because the fire is here. The issue is
from just looking they
मैं
need to
पंजाब नहीं जाऊंगी।
Chaogu to be able to take first place in
मैं
their
मरूंगा
group.
तो आना पड़ेगा ना
Chaogu's
तो।
fighting back. So this doesn't matter where they're going when they get into the playoffs. So EDG coming in and losing this game means a lot for EDG.
And just to echo Dom earlier, you know, Chaogu, it is much more advantageous for them to look across from Team WE. They don't want to face EDG. They have the better head-to-head record across from WE. So why not take your chances on that gamble when you've already proven that you can 2-0 that team?
In order to do that, they need to win this game right here and right now. 30 minutes in, and it's still barely 1,500 gold separating the two teams. As EDG were able to come back after a huge Baron play. Doinby, wow, able to take a lot of damage. Teleport flank as Kabe. He was flanking from one side, now he's flanking from the other. But here comes Clit over the far side. The hook onto Scout. How did he land that?